Yo, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give Kohalo, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashayaki, Hawashah for giving me the spirit and power to do this lesson. Right, so I don't got a topic that I want to go into, so I want to flow through the spirit a little bit. I haven't done this in a while, but man, I had something on my spirit real heavy today, and it was, on my shift when I was driving today, man, I noticed one of my routes, because I deliver checks. So one of my routes was to the homeless shelter here in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. And one thing I realized is homelessness is getting very, very, like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it made me think about the times that we're coming upon. And I always try to think with a humble mind, thinking that one day that's gonna be us. I mean, it is. The Bible confirms it. One day that's gonna be us. Now we're not gonna be to the degree that they are. We're gonna be well taken care of according to the Most High God, but that is gonna be us, man. So I try to stay humble, and I try to really pay close attention to homeless people. One thing I realize about them, they don't be complaining about shit, man. You will see them ask for money here and there for $1 or something to get something to eat. They're complaining. I wouldn't even call that complaining. They're just asking you for their daily bread basically. And the Bible says, "Ask and you shall receive." So I try, when a homeless person asks me for something, I try my best to give them what they ask me for, because that's what the Bible tells me to do. But another thing too, I realized today is I want to start keeping cash in my pocket, until cash go obsolete, for those times, for when people ask me for something and I can able to give it to them, because sometimes, I don't got a cash, because we moving and transitioning to a cashless society. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, I ain't got no cash to give you, and I really meditated on it as I was driving, because I really want to help them. Right? I was meditating on it, and you know, I was like, man, I'm gonna start keeping cash in my pocket, at least a 20, what I'm saying, a 20 in ones or something, whatever. But the point I was getting at is not only that the homelessness has grew, but man, they getting younger and younger, man. I'm talking about, I seen, and not only they getting, it's three things I wanted to say. So homelessness is growing irately, and it's mostly Edomites. And the other one is, it's a whole bunch of young, bro. I seen teenagers out there. I seen teenagers out there homeless, on drugs, man. And the point is that the world has grown cold to the point where mother these motherfuckers are fighting over Trump and Kamala Harris being the president, and we got problems like that. And I'm saying we, because I'm here in America. And, my people is out there homeless, twacked out of their fucking mind, talking to themselves. And it's sad, man. It's really sad, It's real sad. And I was thinking, like, damn, man, we downtown where all of the councils are being held, where all of these, it's to the point now where, we go downtown and teach at the bus station, but come next Monday, this coming up Monday, nobody can be out there. And it's not against us per se. Of course, if we think in spiritual, it's against us, but it's because homelessness is going crazy downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma, man. When I say crazy, bro, if you think I'm over exaggerating, think twice that I'm over exaggerating. And that's what it is. I'm talking about, it is fucking horrible, man, down there. And I've seen a whole, but I even seen some young, I'm talking about some young, I'm a man, of course. I seen some young women. And I'm just like, damn, I would take her home. She homeless. And I'm talking about, like, if you're from the hood, how it go when it comes to people doing drugs. You start to see it on them. They face start sinking in. They start not caring about their hygiene. They're not caring about what they look like. It gets worse and worse. Man, these young kids, these young teenagers in early 20s, bruh, they at the phase where you can tell they just now start doing it. I'm talking about Edomite kids, Jake. Man, I've seen so many teenagers and early 20 kids out there, man. I was like, wow. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. I sat in my van. I sat in the van, and I had to take a look around, man. I just looked around, and I was just staring. I was just like, I could have sat out, if I wasn't on my shift, I could have sat out there a good 30 minutes and just peeped everything that was going on, bro, and everybody's on drugs. Everybody's twacked out. And guess what? The police station. This is the homeless shelter. This is the police station. And you see police cars driving in and out, taking people to jail, and they're not worried about this problem right here. And it just shows you what the world is focused on. You got all these people crying like Trump supporters. They crying about, transgenderism and all that. You got these trainees, they crying about having equal rights. Just a whole bunch of selfish ass people, man. And they aren't even considering how bad the homelessness is getting. I talked to one of them. She was an Edomite, but I talked to her and she said she lost her job because of the CVIT, the juice, the devil's punch. She said she lost her job because she didn't want to take the thing, and she lost everything because her husband had already died. So she was just stuck. And she was, and the reason why I was talking to her is because, bro, she didn't look like she was supposed to be out there. I'm serious. She didn't look bad at all. She was like a old Edomite woman in her like late 30s. And bro, I'm talking about like her hair was cut. It was cut. You know what I'm saying? Clean cut. She was just homeless. And when she was talking to me, like we was at a job and we was just having a conversation, waiting on our food or something. She had a perfectly normal conversation with me, and I was just thinking in my head, like, damn, bro, this is the problem. This is the problem. Everybody's, worrying about the wrong shit here in 2024, man. And they're gonna get caught. They're gonna get blindsided worrying about the wrong shit. And that's just what it is, man. So this is 1 Timothy chapter 4. This is the first scripture that comes to mind. Matter of fact, not 1 Timothy. It might be 2 Timothy 4. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, 2 Timothy 3. And I'm going to start at 1. Matter of fact, I'm going to get it in the NLT right quick. Let's get it in the NLT first. 2 Timothy 3. Man, it was just so amazing. It was so great how, of course, we like seeing heathens in bad conditions because of what they did to us. Of course, that's what I'm with. That I love to see that. When I was seeing Jake out there, I was like, wow, man, the elderly people, some of the elderly people, they out there, just moving around like they not homeless. They moving around like there's nothing wrong. They got fucking dogs chained up to the rails up there, chained up to the trees right outside the homeless shelter. It's just like they made it home, man. All right, so this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there shall be very difficult times. And a lot of those people are homeless simply off of the difficult times. Simply. Whether it's people cold-hearted, they couldn't afford something, they lost something, or they lost a person that was their supporter, that was there to help them, and they lost their mind. They gave up. There's many different reasons on why those people are homeless. It's not all drugs. Now, a lot of those people that's on drugs, they might have got on those drugs because of the things that I just named. They lost somebody close to them and they just gave up. You know what I'm saying? It just made me have a sympathy for homeless people, man. It was just like, damn, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wish you could help some of those people, but we know how it go trying to help people like that. It's just, it don't work out. They got to want to help themselves. They got to want better for themselves, man. But my whole point was we was going to be in conditions like that pretty soon, man. And I'm not talking about the on drugs part. I'm just saying, like, happen to give up everything and not turn back. So it says, there shall be very difficult times, for people will love only themselves and their money. And that's exactly what the fuck you look at when you go downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma, anywhere fucking downtown. Anywhere downtown, you only see they loving their money. They trying to capitalize off their company. Like Jeff Bezos. This nigga is not paying, he paying dirt money for the money that he's making. Look at this. Let me show this. This is what Jeff Bezos did. Let's see how much. Let's see, because Jeff Bezos and his wife had got a divorce. When I seen those numbers on what she got, this is a settle. Like he settled for this. Like it was just nothing to him. It says Mackenzie Scott, the former wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, settled their divorce in 2019, receiving $38 billion. Not million, $billion, man. It said she received, it says she settled, they settled in court for 38 billion, man. And you know he just like, man, you can have it. That's chump change to me. But that's my point. These fucking heathen, they're trying to capitalize off their companies, and money is just a fucking number, and they just running with this number, and it's a never-ending number. And they don't have no idea how much harm they're inflicting on the people. And this is why we call the white man a devil, because here it is, this nigga is so greedy that he's even causing his own people to fall. You know, 50 years ago, you wouldn't have seen no homeless people. 50 years ago, you wouldn't have seen no, not Salakia. 50 years ago, you wouldn't have seen no homeless Edomites, no homeless Europeans, no homeless white people. You wouldn't have seen it. You just wouldn't have seen it, but he's showing himself. I got so many scriptures going through my mind. You know, he's starting to show forth himself. He's showing who he is, man. Like the Jewish rats over there. That's why the KKK was formed, because the Jewish rats didn't want to, you know, they didn't want to help. They didn't want to give nothing to the Edomite that's over here. So they formed the KKK. That's why you always hear the KKK say, I hate niggers, gays, and Jews. That's what they say. They hate niggers, gays, and Jews. And they're talking about those Jewish rats over there because of how they just left them on stuck like that and didn't want to help them with nothing. Right? And now when you look at it, they own everything. The Jewish rats, they own everything. They own a Diamond District. They own Pornhub. And, you know, Pornhub, believe it or not, Pornhub is making billions of dollars too. They own a Diamond District, which is billions of dollars. They own Hollywood, which is billions of dollars. They own everything that earns the income of billions of dollars. They were behind it. Even Jake, when Jake is promoting their music and all that, guess who's behind it? Billions of dollars, man. I don't know if I could. The brothers, we was talking about this in reading class, but he was showing pictures on how behind every successful rapper, there's a small hat that signed his contract to where he can continue to rap. Even Sexy Red, the up and coming rapper female, Sexy Red, her label, who she signed with, is a small hat, straight up. And they are the ones who's promoting this music, this self-destruct music. Bro, I'm telling you, this nigga is evil, bro. This dude is evil. When I say evil, and you got people walking around trying to save this nigga, you really got people that desired for him to get in the kingdom with them, and he's gonna overthrow your ass. If that was to happen, he would overthrow your ass again. The Most High tell you in the book of Job, who can make that straight which he made crooked? You can't do that. You're not about to. There's no way you're about to save this dude. There's no way. There's no way you're gonna change his mind, bro. It's been hundreds of years since the Greek captivity. There's been hundreds of years, and this nigga is still doing the same thing, pursuing blood. And that's a fact. Look, check this out. 2 Maccabees chapter. We're going to get back to that Timothy. But this is 2 Maccabees 6 and 10. This is what they did to us back then. And this is what they did to us also in the 1800s. These are the same people, and they're doing the same things. 2 Maccabees 6 and 10. For there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children. And we're coming upon a days again where if you be caught with the law in your hand, the Bible, if you be caught with fringes on, if you be caught with anything that ties you into being an Israelite, they gonna put your ass to death, man. Man, Yahushua already told us. John 16 and 1. He says that they gonna kill you and they gonna think they doing God service. But he told you not to be offended, which goes back to don't lose faith, because he's explaining that to you. Matter of fact, let me get it. Precept upon precept, line upon line. I remember all the precepts that I'm bringing. So John 16 and 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that you should not be offended. Offended goes back to losing faith. So he's telling you what I'm about to tell you. Don't let this cause you to lose faith. He says that they shall put you out of the synagogues. Yeah, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. And these things will they do unto you. So it ain't no maybe, it's will they do unto you. If they find you, that's what they're going to do to you. Right? It says, and that's why it's very important for us not to blame the gospel, do anything to blame the gospel, that put us on the forefront, because only thing they need is for one camp to do something real crazy to blame us, to blame all of the Israelites. And I'm talking about ones that say they're Israelites and the ones that's not. That's what they doing with those Venezuelans. They brought them over here. They gonna let them cause all this havoc. Like they over there in war right now with them O Block niggas. They over there killing the hell out of each other. And Esau ain't saying nothing because he's waiting for something to get bigger and bigger. So then he can be like, see. But those Venezuelans over here, they killing those O Block niggas, and them O Block niggas is killing them Venezuelans. They having all kind of shootouts. But that's why he brought them over here, so that he can basically put a mark on Issachar. Because according to them, you can't tell the difference, Venezuelan or Issachar. So this is, and then Trump already said that as soon as he get in the office, all Mexicans that's not registered, they got to go back. He said that's the first thing he's going to do. So Trump's still on the same shit. He ain't changed. Hey, even the grabber by the pussy, he ain't fucking changed. Make America great again, and nigga ain't changed. Right? But that's what he said. He says that they gonna kill you and think they do God's service. And these are the same people. Greco-Roman Empire, the revived Greco-Roman Empire. Esau's been in rulership since the Greeks, man. A long time. Esau's been ruling for a long time. But his time is coming to an end. His time is coming to the point, this is how we know it's over. You see homeless Edomites, and they tweaked out on opioids. And it ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Look around you. It ain't nothing but Edomites tweaked out on opioid, man. Right? And that's a blessing, because that means the curses are reversing. I see Jake out here. I'm an independent contractor. I see Jake out here gritting. They getting to the money. They getting to that money, man. I see so many Jake independent contractors, man, whether it's plumbing, carpet, roofing, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's delivering checks, pharmaceuticals, home deliveries. Jake getting that bread, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. That's a fact, man. But getting to the scripture, 2 Maccabees 6:10, for there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children, whom when they had openly led around about the city. So they walked these 2 women around the city. Let's see how they walked. The babes hanging at their breast, they cast down headlong from the wall. So they made these 2 women that circumcised their children walk around with their infant babies tied to their titties. And they made them walk around the city like that. Of course, you had soldiers walking around with them, making sure they was walking around the city. But they were setting forth an example, and they ready to set forth that example again. You got 3 months until Trump get in the, 2 months until Trump get in the White House. When he get in authority, man, they're gonna let Trump, they're gonna pass all kind of legislation, they're gonna pass all kind of penal codes, all kind of laws, and then they're gonna blame Trump for it. And they're gonna blame the supporters for it. It's gonna be the perfect plan. Or they're gonna smoke his ass. And his supporters are gonna go crazy. Perfect plan. Either way, the lot is cast in the lap. Everything is already set up already, man. Everything is already set up, man. And you got niggas. No, they looking at your downfall, man. You can see it in some of these niggas' eyes, man. They want you to fall because they want this position, bro. I want you to understand. Any brother that's in any camp, bro, that doesn't mean he's gonna stay there. Just because I'm a camp, just let's say me, just because I'm a captain in this camp. This is a small camp. I'm a captain, right? Man, I could be a peasant in the wilderness. I could be a nobody. Yahweh Shah probably wouldn't even acknowledge me. But you got brothers, they sit and you can see it in their face. They want to see you fall, man. And it's not the time we in, man. This is not the times we in, man. I don't want to see none of my brothers fall, man. I try my hardest to help my brothers, man. I try my hardest, man. Whether it's teaching them by word or deed, man, I try my hardest. Now, am I perfect? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I do not want to see none of my brothers fail. None of them fall, man. Straight up. All right, so Second Maccabees, chapter 6 and 10. I'm gonna finish it off. It says, the babes hanging at their breast, they cast them down headlong from the wall. So after they was done parading them around the city, they took them up to a wall and they threw them off head first. That's what headlong is. They threw them off head first, and watched them bust open. And they was probably laughing. That's how much they fucking hate you, man. And they ready to get back to it. I know they thinking it's long overdue. You got to think about it. These Trump supporters, they thinking, bro, if we put them back in slavery, we ain't got to work no more. You think these Edomites ain't tired? Just as tired as you are of working, Esau is tired of working. And he has the perfect vision on how he can not work anymore. And they ready to put your ass in subjection. So you better come back to the Most High God now and not later. You better be under that covering. You better hope Psalms 91 is for you. You better hope 2nd Ezra 2 and 26 is for you. You better hope Isaiah 65 and 12 down and all the way down is for you. Isaiah 13 is for you. Isaiah 14 is for you. And many other scriptures, man. You better hope that's for you. You better make sure you're doing what you got to do to make sure that that's for you. Peter already said we need to be making our calling and election sure. There's a way you can do that. Or why did he say it? Just like Yahushua, he says, "In my Father's house is many mansions. If it wasn't so, I wouldn't have told you." Peter is this. It's the same way with Peter. If you couldn't make your calling and election sure, why would he say that then? He had the Holy Spirit upon him. Why would he say that? There's a way to make your calling and election sure, man. And the biggest part of it is charity. You can be the greatest prophet all you want to. You can have wisdom, you can have all the knowledge, you can have all the history, and you can be undefeated in debates. But if you don't got charity, bro, you don't got nothing. And that's a fact. So this is 2 Timothy 3 and 1 again. You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there shall be very difficult times, and they're getting worse and worse and worse. Hey, it's getting so bad that you can clearly see now, women can clearly see now why polygamy is very important. It's not all about sex. That's all I fucking hear when I talk to women that do not accept polygamy. They can't visualize their husband fucking another woman. That's all they talk about. They don't think about how it can build their relationship, how, they don't think about how them disagreeing with it, you really don't honor your husband. They don't think about stuff like that. They don't think about how you're supposed to be helping him build his empire. The Most High God is dealing with man. They don't think about that. That cause all these problems and all this havoc. They supposed to be his peace, and they cause all these problems just over that one thing they don't want. But women are starting to wake up to the fact. They really are. And that goes back to Isaiah 4 and 1. So all praise to the Most High God. And if you ain't doing shit for the ministry, bro, don't think Isaiah 4 and 1 is for you. And if you do, and if it is, let's say this. Let's not even say if it is. Some people are going to get multiple wives in that day. But they all going to die together if they not doing what they supposed to do according to the knowledge of the truth. Straight up. You have to be keeping the law, statutes, commandments, which includes the feast days. And feast days are supposed to be kept with brothers. Understand that. You can't just be out here free balling it because you got fringes on and think that's it. That's not it. How are you going to grow? And I know I keep saying that word a lot, so Salakia. But how are you going to grow in brotherly love when you always by yourself? How? And to the brothers, I want to say this too. Sometimes when your brother trespass you, or he do something you don't like, that's not really a trespass, you just don't like it because it's your spirit. That's the opportunity to build brotherly love. That's an opportunity to actually, build chemistry with your brother. it's very important for you and your brother to have uncomfortable conversations, so y'all already been there before. Like if I got a friend, because I had them, I had friends in the world, and I know in the truth I was in the truth and they wasn't, and or they was in the truth. Some of my friends that I had in the world that came into the truth, but then they went back in the world. I had a couple of them like that, but we built this relationship. But I was, I ain't gonna lie, I had favoritism, and I wasn't rebuking them like I should have been. And that moment that you do rebuke them, they will show you that y'all relationship was really, it really wasn't what it really wasn't that. It's really not that no more, because you in the truth. And you know I guess they trying, or you too harsh, or this or that, whatever they excuse. Everybody got excuses, but a lot of the time too is because you waited so long to do it. You should have did it up in front, and you wouldn't have to worry about, damn bro, like this and this and this. It's like, nigga, you could have did that in the beginning, and you could have seen that he don't take rebuke, and then you could have made your decision then. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go a whole year in a relationship with somebody and you're not rebuking them, and then here it is, that one time where it's like, nah, I gotta say something about this one right here, and then this nigga take it the wrong way. You don't want to be like that, man. Just go ahead and love your brother by rebuking him. Everything is a time and a place, though. Understand that too. You don't got to be jumping down this nigga throat, and y'all at Walmart and you jumping down this nigga throat in front of everybody. Nah. Right? So going back to the scripture, for people will love only themselves and their money. Right? They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God. We see a lot of people do that. You can watch any Israelite camp videos and you see it. People scoffing, heathens and Jake. That's all you see. Those two categories. They scoffing and mocking at God. They thinking it's us, but it's not us. If you go to Exodus chapter 16. And this is a classic scripture that anybody should use when it comes to, people telling you how you teaching, or the doctrine you teaching, or anything like that. It's like, bro, this is the Most High God's word. Yes, I'm zealous. I'm passionate for his word. So yes, I'm angry that you're you boasting against the law, statutes, commandments. Like you don't have to keep them. Like you better off. Exodus 16:8. I'm gonna start at 6. It says, and Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, at even, then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of the Lord. For that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we, that ye murmur against us? And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. And that's how we come. Just like last week, the video with the little light-skinned girl, man, that girl was nuts. If you watch that video, she was a nut, man. She was calling us gay, saying we suck dick. She was saying all kind of just shit that is like, why are you talking like that? You could tell she been messed with as a kid, man. It's sad, man. But fucking everybody's been messed with as a kid. Everybody been touched on as kids. That's why you gotta pay close attention to your kids, man. Because, and another thing too, we be looking at the adults as messing with these kids. And yes, for the most part, they do. But you got to watch out for these other kids too. You have to watch out for these other kids too. Because these other kids will show your kids something. I'm telling you. Right? So going back to the scripture. 2 Timothy 3, and it says 2. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to parents. You see a lot of that. Man, I've seen this. I've seen a couple of kids slapping their parents, man. I've seen a video of a young nigga, what they call YN. Bro, this nigga was shooting at his daddy, shooting at his father. That is the ultimate disrespect. That nigga gonna have a grievous death if he is alive in the times we're coming upon. Grievous death, man. It says, Disobedient to parents and ungrateful, right? Like the parent got, the mama got 2 jobs. Daddy, he out doing. It be certain dudes, young dudes, and I'm gonna say this too. There's no reason for you to hate your mama and your daddy. They under the curses. We under the curses, man. Understand that. So you gotta forget. But there be certain situation with these kids, and the mama be working 2 jobs. The little boy, he'd be 15, 16, 17 years old. He got a relationship with his daddy. His daddy just don't do shit for him. He'll call his daddy, give him, give him game about women and all this shit. Nigga probably even live around the corner. But the mama working 2 jobs. And this is also the other way around. Daddy be working 2 jobs. He doing what he got to do, and the mama ain't doing shit. Because I seen that too. I can tell you a story right now that's going on in my crib. I got a little boy right now. His mama and his daddy ain't shit. He my family member, but his mom and daddy ain't shit. So it was either lose him in the system or take him. And I did what I felt was best. But the mama be working 2 jobs. She doing whatever she can. Now she can't afford certain things for this little boy because as older these kids get, the more they want stuff. And they not taught how to work. Like me, I teach my kids how to work. My kids work, young and all, they work. You want that? Okay, well make sure this is done. Make sure this, and this is done. And that's where Issachar be getting ahead of the game. And that's one thing I peeped about Issachar that he don't tell nobody, but you can see him doing it. They take their kids to work. I see it all the time. But the little teenager boy, man, he had disrespect the hell out of his mom because she can't buy him a fucking PS5 or she can't buy him some new sneakers that he wants. And he had disrespect his mom. And, he'd be like, that's why he go out and sell drugs. Because his mom couldn't buy him some shoes. And they promoted it in that movie Notorious. He went out and bought all the shit he wanted when he started selling dope because his mama couldn't afford it. That's what they promote. And this is Esau. These are Hollywood movies. Go Google it, man. The Small Hats, they own Hollywood, all of it. Not a bit and part of it. They own all of it. And you got people over here mad because we say we the Israelites. We not doing that shit. We wouldn't dare do that shit. We're actually against that shit. We're actually exposing that kind of stuff. Right? It says they will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to parents and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. Nothing is sacred. And I'm talking about, what we call our secret parts. Nothing is sacred. When it comes to the ministry, nothing is. You got little niggas in the church getting busy with their girl, man. In the church, pastor preaching, they in the bathroom. He busting her down in the bathroom. Man, I'm telling you, I didn't heard some stuff, man. I didn't heard some stories, man. I'm telling you. These dudes, these little hornball ass niggas and women, bro, they do crazy stuff in public. I'm telling you, you would be amazed. The stuff you think most of the time, that be what it is, man. When you see certain weird situations, that's what it be. That's what it be. And that's a fact, man. It says, like, when I was in high school, man, I used to, like, you'll be going to your next class, like, you late. You know me, I'm skipping class and I'm doing all this. And I'd be going to the, in my high school, it was stories like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going down the gym and everything and the sports and all that is at the bottom. So I'm going to class and you'll see Issachar busting down another Issacharite woman on the staircases because they thinking everybody's in class and he busting her down right there on the stairs. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Why you just don't go home? Why you just don't whatever? But why here? That's because they so sexualized, man. Everybody is fucking sexualized. Everybody. That's why when you say, how you doing to a woman, bro, I try not to even say that shit, no. I try not to even say it. Because they swear you trying to holler at them when you say that. They'll roll their eyes and it's like, baby, no, I don't, no. And at the same time, you can get them if you really want it. But you gotta play this game with them. Just crazy, man. Everything, the foundations of the earth is out of course. Psalms 18:6. Everything is backwards, man. So it says, they will consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving and unforgiving. And that's what I was seeing downtown. Nobody cared about these homeless people and what was going on. Nobody cared about these young men and women. I'm talking about Israelites and my people, of course. But nobody stopped and be like, hey, so like, what happened? Like, or do you want to get better? You know what I'm saying? Nobody even cared when I was sitting there back meditating on it. Now, for the most part, I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about people who actually got power to make changes, man. Who actually, and I'm talking about Jake too. You got LeBron James, P. Diddy, Jay-Z. These niggas are all billionaires. Like they can't put a couple of million together and start a campaign to help they people or anything. They all, man. And you got niggas still going to their concerts, still supporting these no good ass niggas, man. These are the scum of our nation. You a scum of the nation if you a billionaire and you ain't doing shit for your people. But then you'll go way over there to Africa and set up a school. You'll go way over there to Africa to set up a school. You the scum, man. I don't care what they talking about taking away from you. Like, who gives a fuck, man? And that's what Moses was on. See, they don't learn from stories like that. It doesn't benefit them. They're like, bro, I'm not about to lose everything to help a couple of homeless people. They could have did something with their life. They could have did this. They could have did that. Man, Yahweh Shah said the homeless will always be amongst us. They will always be amongst us. So all that they could have did this, they could have did that. Man, forget all that. So Hebrews chapter 11, 26. It says, it says, verse 23, by faith. So it says by faith, by belief. Them niggas don't believe. Tyler Perry don't believe. Jay-Z don't believe. These niggas don't believe. And you calling them your idol. They worship Satan. So what does that mean you worship? Ezekiel 14:9. The Most High going to destroy the person that you seeking to. These niggas will listen. If Jay-Z came out and brought out a scripture and said, you know, they'd lead into captivity, shall go into captivity. And he put it in a rhyme, everybody gonna take it and run with it. Like, oh, that was hard. Oh shit. Like, bro, that's in the Bible. But it's like that, man. And you know, there's a precept on it in Sirach to tell you about when a rich man speaks. But it's on another level when you actually see it for yourself. You know, when you actually seeing it play out, it's like, bro, you can't be serious, bro. They literally calling these dudes their idols. Bro, you are going to be destroyed. You're calling him your idol. I just seen a young dude. He said, man, something about we gotta stand up for our idols, man. We gotta do this for our idols. I'm like, bro, your idol? You don't even know what he's uttering. So this is verse 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. That's how we have to move. We can't be afraid of what Esau set out to do to us. Like the scripture says, he might kill the body, but not the soul. If you're not supposed to be afraid of death when it comes to the Lord. Now, everybody's afraid of death, but you're not supposed to. But the whole point is, it's not that you're not supposed to be afraid of. You're supposed to push through it. That's how you show your belief in the Lord. Right? So it says, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, when he got older, refused. It says, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. We have to refuse to be called African Americans, black people. We gotta refuse to be called that, man. We can't be calling ourselves that shit, man. We gotta come back because the Most High only acknowledge you as Israelite. If you're not calling yourself an Israelite, the Most High don't acknowledge you. Because it's simple. Who did he make a covenant with? The Israelites. So if you're calling yourself anything outside of that, he's not going to acknowledge you. That's like you got a wife and she gets your last name, and then she go and y'all still married, and she go get another man's last name. It's like, bro, I'm not acknowledging you no more as my wife. You went and did that. The only way she'd be acknowledged is if she had her husband's last name, and that's the same with us. Our husband, Yahweh Yahweh Shah. We got his name, Yashar Allah, Prince of the power of God and man. That's our name. That's the only way you're gonna be acknowledged calling yourself an Israelite. And the only way another way you're gonna know is calling him by his name. Imagine a woman calling her man another man's name. He's gonna get upset. He's gonna get very mad. I would. Like, who the fuck is George? Who is May May? Who is that? And you're not gonna sit here and let her say, oh, that was a mistake, or somebody I work with. You're gonna dig deep. You're gonna be like, bro, nah, tell me it's gonna make you madder and madder. Because you're gonna come to realization that she's lying, or why are you thinking about him while we having a conversation? Or while we doing it dirty? Because that happens too. You'll be turn the meat off that bone and she call you another man's name. And you'd be like, what? You damn near ready to pick her up and suplex her, man. Because it's like, bro, hold up. Who is this dude? But keep going. It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. That's the point I want to get. Got to act like Moses. Moses chose to suffer with his people than to be rich. So going back to Jay-Z, Tyler Perry, T.D. Jakes, and all these people, they don't choose that. They choose glory and riches. They choose the modern day Pharaoh to be called the son of the modern day Pharaoh. Because these definitely are the modern day Pharaoh. When you go to Revelations chapter 11 and 8, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. The great city is Babylon the Great, Revelation chapter 18. It says, which spiritually, not literally, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Sodom goes back to the homosexuality, and Egypt goes back to the false idol worship and the slavery. That's why they got a pyramid on the back of the dollar. We go over this all the time. So it's the Most High left us even signs and wonders to prove that this place is called Sodom and Egypt. What are they fighting over? What is the Trump supporters fighting with the Biden supporters over? What are they fighting over? The Biden supporters are fighting over being trannies and gays and all this. And then you got the Trump supporters, they fighting over a whole different thing, right? So you got Sodom here, you got Egypt here. Ain't that crazy though right now? So you got the Trump supporters, make America great again. Let's put these niggas back in slavery, Egypt part. And then you got the other side, Sodom, which is the Joe Biden and the transgender and the homosexuality. That's crazy. I just came up on that. That's crazy. That is crazy. But which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So they crucified him all over again, put another image on him, saying, he loved everybody, everything that comes with that doctrine. They crucifying him all over again, right? Which that ain't the truth, right? But going back to Hebrews, I think that was it on it, but I'm going to go back and see. So Hebrews chapter 11 and, yep, it was more, 26. I'm going to start at 25 again. I'm going to just run through 25. It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. A lot of people, hey, I ain't talking about just them higher ups. That don't just apply to them. Hey, that apply to you low-level people too, the people that ain't got nothing. You still choose sin for that season. Doing cocaine and going out and having orgies and all that. Best believe Jake is doing that, man. I done been to parties where, it's like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, what are y'all doing? Just a whole bunch of foolishness, man. Whole bunch of foolishness. Back in my younger days, man, it was just, I seen so much stuff, man. Man, it's the way we treat our women and the way the women treat, like, bro, it's situations where women You got the nigga. It's usually, this is how it usually goes. The men, they invite a couple girls over. The girls, they come over, you know, they acting shy, they looking down at their phone, but they actually texting each other. You know, they texting each other with their head down, they acting shy. And the men, they doing their thing, they rapping, they smoking, they chilling. Now you got women, a group of women inviting a couple of niggas over, and they're down looking at their phones, acting, texting each other, acting like females, man. Everything is backwards. It's crazy, man. I actually see that for myself. Because back then, that's how it was for us. We, you know, we doing our thing, you know, until we ready to pick the woman we want and do what we want, you know. And they down. Now it's the other way around. Now you got the women, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, ready, you know, until they get drunk and then they tell the man to come on. You know what I'm saying? They rubbing the man on the leg like, what you want to do? Looking him in his eyes like, what you want to do? That's crazy, man. This world is out of whack, man. But it says, verse 26, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. You understand that? So it's explaining how Moses understood that Yahushua was coming. And he chose Yahushua over the riches in Egypt. It says, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. And we got to have respect unto the same reward. Because Yahushua said in Revelation chapter 22 and 12, this is when your reward is coming. He says, and behold, Revelation 22 and 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. If you earn 10 cities, you're going to get 10 cities. If you earn one, you're going to get one. Shit, I'm cool with one city. Imagine what you can do with one city, let alone 10. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, and I'm saying this for real because I can see it on brothers' face. It's either they want to be 144 or they don't want to do it at all. I'm cool, bro. Like King David said, I'd rather be a doorman in the house of the Lord than to enjoy the delicate affairs with the wicked. I'd rather be a doorman. Because even Yahushua Mashiach said in the book of John, he said that he told the Pharisees, he says that there is no prophet as great as John the Baptist. He says, but in the kingdom, the least people in the kingdom is going to be great like John. John is the greatest prophet, greatest man, according to Yahushua that's walked on this side. He said that there's going to be people that's in the kingdom and they're going to be the lowest and they're going to be like John. They're going to be the lowest in the kingdom. Right? You can just imagine what that kingdom going to be like, man. A lot of Israelites going to be die, so there's going to be plenty of wealth to share. Because the majority of them, 2/3 got to die. 2 out of every 3 Israelites got to die. Bro, it's going to be plenty of wealth. Africa has 50 countries in it. Let's say this. Africa has 50 Americas in it. From New York all the way to California. From Montana or Virginia all the way down to Texas or Texas or Florida. 50 states. America has 50 states. Africa has 50 countries. America is a country. Africa has 50 of Americas. I'm just trying to make that clear for you, Salaki. But let's keep going. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. So whatever you was gritting for on this side, word, deed, and the faith that you were exalted, because you can, you know, that's works too. You showing brothers how much faith you got, right? You might get into a little jam here, and you know, with your brother or something, and you know, he kind of panicking. You're like, bro, don't worry, bro. The Most High gonna get us. He got us. And next thing you know, now this brother, he ain't worrying about shit no more. Hey, he's so built up in faith now because of a move that you made. Now he doubled back and he helped you in a situation. He like, bro, remember the Most High. He helped us last time. Remember, you put me on. So let's get it. Everything's fine. It bees like that, right? But you want to make your call in an election sure, because this place is finished, man. Right? I didn't even get back to the second Timothy 3. I want to finish that for sure. But I want to finish that Hebrews 11. So Hebrews 11 and 27. It says, this is the last verse. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. The Most High God. He feared somebody he couldn't see. And he didn't care what the king Pharaoh was talking about, Ramses. He didn't care what he was talking about. He feared the Lord, man. So going back to Timothy now. It says, verse 3, they will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others and have no self-control. That is very important. The world doesn't have no self-control at all. Everything is being sexualized. Like I was just at the store earlier today, and you know, I was at the store earlier, and like that's all you seen was like, bro, it's to the point now where people don't even care if you write that. They'd be lusting after your girl right in your face. And you got to keep your composure. I like to think this is how I keep my composure when niggas is just staring at my girl right in my face. I think to myself, yeah, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. I understand she's beautiful. That's the only way I can keep my composure. Because me, I'm the nigga that be like, nigga, what's up, bro? Like, what? Nigga, you doing this right in my face. Why are you staring at my girl right in my face? Why? Why? If you disrespecting me, then why you don't just say nothing? Why you don't say something? Say something to her. That's the old me. I try to keep my composure and just deal with it like that. She's beautiful. I mean, I get it. But these people, man, I'm talking about, bro. It'll be a whole couple. I've seen this too. I am not lying to you. I've seen where a couple will come into a public building. I'm sitting back chilling. Don't mind me. That's my spirit when it comes to being in a crowd of people. I'm not about to say anything. I'm not about to do nothing out of the ordinary, nothing. I'm peeping the whole scene. And I've seen women come in with their husbands, and the woman is lusting after men, and the man is lusting after women. And they came in together. And it's just uncontrollable. They can't help it. From the stuff they wear. Man, on my street, this is my street right here. I've seen a family, a man, he was walking with his wife, his daughter, his wife and his daughter. And his wife and his daughter both had on a crop top shirt. You can see their stomach, their side, and their back. And it's like, damn, you can't even have a good time because you're so worried about wanting people to see you. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you just want somebody to see you. I mean, that's what anybody would think. You want somebody to see you like that. You got a whole crop top on, man. I'm talking about crop top. Some shit that should only be worn in the house. Right? People, it's like, bro, it's like the stuff they wear in the house. The stuff they supposed to wear in the house, they wear outside. The stuff they supposed to wear outside, they wear in the house. They'd be in, whole pajamas. You women will wear dresses in the house. But when it's time to go outside, they go put on a bikini. You're like, bro, that's backwards. Go back to the point earlier. Everything is backwards. Everything is backwards. Let's not get into how folly is being exalted in these last days. You got fucking vloggers. You got prank videos. People that do couples that do prank videos, they're making millions, bro. They're actually rich, man, off of this. And you got people that really making changes, man, really doing stuff. Like, I don't know if you ever been an Amazon driver, but the stuff that they go through, man, it ain't even funny, man. They be having 170 stops on one route, and they gotta complete it, right? And they can only go at a certain speed. Me and the brother we was talking about the other day, because Mahar and Aharon, they worked as Amazon drivers, and they gave up. I'm just fucking around, but they worked as Amazon drivers, and then they was breaking everything down high. They don't let you can't go. You can only go a certain speed, and you got to have everything delivered on time. That don't even make sense. How you expect him to go exactly 40? Let's be real here. How you expect him to go exactly 40 in an 8-hour shift with 170 stops? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. That don't make sense at all, man. But Everybody's getting oppressed through things like that. And Jeff Bezos, he's making billions of dollars. We just read how his wife settled for $38 billion. Bro, not one person needs that much bread unless it's the Lord. Nobody needs those kind of riches unless it's the Lord. And the Lord dishes that out. Man don't know. The Lord dishes that out because he knows your heart. He knows what you deserve. He knows what you earn. But on this side, you'll never get what you earn. This nigga Jeff Bezos ain't doing a damn thing. And this nigga almost a trillionaire. And everybody that worked for him is a slave, man. Niggas try to say slavery is done away with and all that. You are crazy, man. So it says, they will be cruel. It says they will have no self-control. They will be cruel and hate what is good. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That's why when we go out to the highways and byways, man. Hey, look, you had a situation like this, and I was meditating on this. You have a situation. I was really meditating on this because I was thinking about it. I'm like, damn, you know, if I forgot what happened. It's something happened where a man, he slept with his girl or something like that. It was something like that. And I was meditating. I was like, damn, if somebody slept with my girl, I'll probably kill him. You know, of course, that's what we all think as a man, rightfully so. You know, that's the law. You know, not on this side, of course, but that's the law. You know, in the ancient world, you would have got put to death for sleeping with another man's wife. So rightfully so. But I'm thinking like, now I would put him to death. And then I'm thinking in my head too, his whole family gonna come after me because I rightfully so put him to death for sleeping with my wife. My wife. His family will come trying to hunt me down. Ain't that crazy? Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. You coming after me over something I did righteously. That's what goes on though. So it says they will portray their friends, be reckless. You see that? They will portray their friends. We see a lot of that, especially over the money, especially over that money. They'll portray you real fast. It says, be puffed up with pride. We see a lot of that. Hey, ain't nobody as prideful as these trannies and these homos, man. Ain't nobody as prideful as them. Man. Like, I know y'all know this nigga. That Shamar nigga. That nigga got nasty demons on him, man. And guess what? Folly is set in great dignity. You got niggas really promoting this nigga. Watch, he gonna be rich pretty soon. Because everybody is doing that little dance that he be doing. And you know how that goes. They promoting you. And they gonna promote him too because he a homo. You know, they push that on us like it ain't nobody's business, man. Right? But it says, puffed up with pride and love pleasure rather than God. And we just read in Hebrews how you have to hate, you have to you know, give up all of the things that you had in the world so that you can come follow the Lord. That's why he told the rich man, he says, you know, keep the law, statutes, commandments. He said, I've been doing all this since my youth. He said, all right, cool, go sell all your things and follow me. And it said the rich man walked away sadly. Now, did he really want him to sell everything he had and come follow him? No, I don't think that was the point. I think the point was that man wasn't going to do that for the Lord. He wasn't going to do it for the Lord. That's why he walked away sadly. It said because he had great possessions. The point was he wasn't going to do that for the Lord like Moses did. Meaning what Paul said, the things that he lost, he counted joy for the excellency of Yahweh HaMashiach. Meaning if you do happen to lose it, let it go. Because the Lord, you don't have to lose everything. The Lord is he's gonna do it for you. He's gonna make sure that happens. He's gonna see what you're gonna choose. It happens to everybody, man. You got brothers who was actually making money in the world and they came in the truth and they not making so much money. They not. They just not, man. But I'm gonna finish this on my phone on 4%, but it says they will act religious. Ooh, you see that? They will act religious. That's why you always hear God and Jesus Christ. They will act religious. And I just did a video on my other page on, bro, you had a church minister, it was a female who got a BBL, man. And she was, man, she had a crazy Jezebel spirit on her. You should go watch that video. She had a crazy Jezebel. She had a blonde hair. She all on camera shaking ass. And she was boasting about how she a pastor. She said she didn't choose to be a pastor. It was her calling. God called her to be a pastor when she was 28. You know what I'm saying? She's encouraging other women to get BBLs. That ties into all of this. You should go watch that video. It's called, you can go to YouTube and watch it. It's called Church Minister with BBL or Gets BBL. She didn't just get a BBL. She got a BBL. She got her titties done. She got her face done. She got new teeth. She cut off her eyebrows and redid them. She got she got fat sucked out of her stomach and her sides, and she got it put in her ass. But she got all kind of stuff done to her, man. But it says they will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly. We're a perfect example of that. And when I say a perfect example, when we go out to the highways and byways and tell them and show them, we be like, man, you got to keep the law, statutes, commandments. And we actually show them precept upon precept. You can't just have faith. You got to have the commandments. And then check this out. This is the killer. They don't even gotta. Everything is already mapped out for them. Everything is already set up for them. Like feast days. We already got that covered. You don't got to bring. We don't want your money. We don't want nothing. We just want your participation. That's it. And this is all the Spirit of the Most High blessed us enough to where we can hold this feast with or without you. We're going to hold this feast. And these people don't even, bro, it be not even just feast days, man, that they don't show up to. They can't even, and a lot of them niggas that you don't see in those videos, a lot of them niggas, they didn't come to Passover. They don't show up to Passover, bro. Imagine that. These niggas don't show up to Passover because they back is hurt. That's their excuse. They back is hurt. That's why you don't see a lot of those niggas in the videos no more, in our videos. Because the Most High didn't got plucked their ass out. He didn't uprooted them. All kind of different situations, brothers don't want. Hey, we got prayer class every day. We got prayer every single day. Don't show up to that either. And I get it. Some people, they can't show up. Some people got, they got a lot of stuff going on in their life. But bro, you can't make an excuse every single day. Every single day. What's your excuse for not going to camp, bro? Come on, it's Saturday. You shouldn't be busy. We got reading class at 9 Friday at 9, and we got convocation class at 12 the next day. Because the Sabbath, you're supposed to gather together in a synagogue. That's the law. Like, you're supposed to come together. But we can't do that, so we gather together on the phone. Us and our families, the camp and our families, right? Our wives, our children, we all get on a call. We all have a convocation class. And then we go to camp. You got niggas making excuses that they can't participate in none of those. They can't participate in none of those. They got the perfect excuse. It's crazy. All right, but I'm gonna finish this out. They will act religious, but they will reject the power that could make them godly. Stay away from people like that. And it's just that simple. We're supposed to stay away from people like that and let the world be the world and let the people in the truth be them. Like Yahweh Shah said, I'm going to close out on this. Revelation chapter 22. 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So at the end of the day, man, there's a big, I know I was supposed to train the homeless thing. I was supposed to continue on that, but hey, I love it when the Spirit takes his own course and it works through me. I love that, man. All praise to the Most High God for that. And Abaratazah, you got some edification in this lesson, even if it's just a little bit, man. But stay diligent, stay on your pivot. Man, don't give in, because these temptations are going to grow. They're going to get worse and worse. And when I say temptations, it's going to come times where, you're going to feel like you're trapped in a corner and you got to do certain things in order to make ends meet here or there. Or you got to get some food, or you got to get, this, or, you don't got to fold, man. Don't fold. And trust in the Most High God. Trust in the process that the Most High God, because he's not going to, the Most High God said he was going to bring all it. We reading it. We just read what the Most High in 2 Timothy 3, 2,000 years ago, that the Lord said he was going to do what he's doing now. So when he said he's going to bless us, he's going to take care of us, we're going to eat, we're going to have all the things that we need. We have to believe that part too, man. So all praises to the Most High God. Until next time, Shalom.